Hey, Pinellas County. Otis Dixon here, Florida high school graduate, class of 1996, and a proud former USF Bull. Back in the day, sports was everything to me. Now you can relive the excitement with Pinellas County Schools TV Classic Game of the Week. Watch some of the best high school players in the county leave it all on the field and the courts. Don't miss it Thursday night on PCS TV and Pinellas County School YouTube channel. You don't want to miss this classic.
It's basketball season on Catch 47. We're at the Bright House Network Shootout at Clearwater High School, where the Wharton Wildcats battle the Boca Ciega Pirates. Good evening, everyone. Great to have you with us tonight. Merry Christmas and happy holidays from all of us at Catch 47. I'm Drew Felios, thrilled to be joined by Hillsborough County basketball legend Jesse Salters. For Wharton taking on Boca Ciega, let's talk about these two teams, Jesse. Wharton has a coach that has built that program from scratch. What does Tommy Tinelli mean to basketball in North Tampa?
Everything. He's built the program from scratch. He's the type of coach that has a demeanor where he comes directly at you and really get in your face, hard-nosed basketball.
And he's got a player by the name of Sean Van Zandt, a point guard that he has handed the keys to of his offense, and Van Zandt has flat out delivered.
Yes, he has. He's the type of player that really goes after it. He's basically the coach on the floor for Coach Tinelli.
On the other side for Boca Ciega, Randy Schumann has been very solid for this school in Pinellas County. 5 PCAC championships. Pretty much his record speaks for itself.
Yes, 355 wins versus 110 losses. I mean, what else can you say about this coach? He's done everything. He's won championships, and he really knows how to coach his players.
And he has a 3-guard attack that can absolutely sting you when they're on offense. Nehemiah Simpkins is a player that can score and score in bunches.
Yes, he's the leader of the team, leading scorer, and really knows how to put the ball in the basket.
You know, Boca Ciega and Wharton played last year at Christmas time. Boca Ciega was ahead. Wharton squeaked out a late game. That game's still in the minds of these two teams as they match up. So coming up next, it's the Wharton Wildcats and Boca Ciega Pirates here at the Bright House Network Shootout on the Catch 47 Game of the Week. Just a minute from tip-off, Drew Felios, Jesse Salters here at the Bright House Shootout in Clearwater, Florida. The Wharton Wildcats and Boca Ciega Pirates just introduced, and these are the starting lineups for the Wildcats. We'll go with Van Zandt and Anthony Gomez, who right now leads the team in scoring. Noble, also a guard with Manuel and Simmons. And for Boca Ciega, Nehemiah Simpkins, as good as they come with Steve Andrews, Lamoria Daniels, Orion Johnson, the quarterback of the football team. We'll be talking a lot about him. And Julius Forte, who's just a sophomore, the transfer from Bradenton Christian, a player who is still coming into his own.
This should be a good matchup tonight. When these two teams meet, they always have good battles. Looking for an exciting one tonight.
Wharton will wear the navy blue jerseys, and Boca Ciega is in white. A tip controlled by Wharton. And here come the Wildcats. Anthony Gomez hands off to Van Zandt. Sean Van Zandt.
Boca Ciega drops back into a 1-3-1 zone.
And the focus of a 1-3-1, Jesse?
Basically, it's the matchup on the outside. Make sure the ball does not reach the inside. And then also, at the last, box out is the key. Get the rebound.
Nice ball movement by the Wildcats. Gomez can't hit it. Simmons comes down with it. And Boca Ciega able to rip it away. And for the first time, here is Steve Andrews.
These teams to be pretty evenly matched tonight in regards to the guard play. Both teams have 3 good guards on each team.
And it's Andrews missing. Gomez, nice pass. Noble. This Wharton team not afraid to move the ball around, but they can't cash in. Manuel was blocked. And Boca Ciega controls again. Wharton will go with the man-to-man. Very much a pressure defense. Is that Coach Tinelli's style, Jesse?
Yes, Coach Nelly loves to get up in your face, pressure man-to-man. Sometimes he'll run some 2-3 zone at you, but for the most part, he loves to get at you with man-to-man defense.
Forte has his shot blocked. Couple blocks here in the early going. Gomez wide open. He can't hit it. And an easy bucket down low for Anthony Manuel as he collects the loose ball. And Wharton is on the scoreboard for the first time tonight.
Talking to both coaches at the beginning of the game, I think it's going to be a war down there tonight. He's looking for who's going to do the dirty work to get the job done.
Hillsborough County versus Pinellas County. And as we said in the open, these two teams with a classic battle last year. That was at Dunedin. This is at Clearwater, and here comes Gomez. Misses the layup. But the ball will be controlled, and it will be Boca Ciega.
Gomez blew right by Steve Andrews right there. Got caught a little sleeping there.
Simpkins hands it off. Forte passed up the shot. And they'll still control. Andrews to Simpkins. And he'll draw the foul. Sean Van Zandt that time got the arm of Simpkins, and Van Zandt will be whistled for the first time tonight.
Simpkins has a little unusual shot. He's a lefty, so he paused a little bit on his shot.
One more.
Allowing Van Zandt to get at him, hit him on the elbow.
Nehemiah Simpkins, one of the premier players in Pinellas County. In fact, Simpkins ranked the 5th best player by PinellasHoops.com, one of those high school basketball websites that does a lot of scouting around the area. Deep shot, Adam Noble. That was NBA range for Adam Noble.
He's captain of the team. Very smart player. Nice looking shot from the outside.
Johnson tries to respond, and it's Noble on the rebound, but that time maybe a little too unselfish. And Lamoria Daniels picks off the pass and scores.
One thing I think Wharton want to do is really have an up-tempo game. That time, Adam just been a little too unselfish, passed the ball when his teammate wasn't looking.
Both of these teams have developed quite a rivalry as far as Pinellas and Hillsborough County is concerned. They match up so well together. Every one of these games seems to go right down to the wire. That's why this is a fun time of year, December, for basketball. You get to see matchups like this that you don't normally see during the conference season.
Correct. Teams that don't normally play each other except for during a holiday tournament. You really get to see what your team is made of.
There you see the baseline.
Nice drop to the baseline with the left hand. Goes up strong, gets fouled.
Daniels can't hit. You know, these are relatively soft rims here at Clearwater High School, but the free throw shooting that we've seen in the games we've done has not particularly been all that good.
Yes, and from the unusual players who are very good free throw shooters.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's really hard to tell whether the rims are bothering their shots or not.
Noble from deep. Oh, man.
It doesn't seem that the rim is bothering his shot.
Adam Noble.
Deep range.
Second three-pointer of the game. He's got 6 early points. And Wharton leads by 5.
Speaking to Coach Nelly at the beginning of the game, he really said that Adam is like the coach on the floor for his team. And that's really hard to do from a shooting guard spot.
Simpkins responds with that left-handed shot, Nehemiah Simpkins. And a player down on the baseline here for Wharton. That is Anthony Manuel.
I think he might have twisted his ankle as he was trying to step out and plant to pick up the basketball.
These players from Wharton have played together in summer leagues and whatnot as Van Zandt fires away. You look at this Wharton starting five, you got 4 seniors and 1 junior. And kids that have, you got 3-year starters, 3-year players like Leonard Simmons. You got Noble in there with Van Zandt. I mean, this is a solid nucleus and the perfect year for Coach Tonelli's team to really make a run deep into the playoffs.
Yes, also talking to Coach Tonelli, he made the statement that he loves the cohesiveness of his team. They played together all summer, playing together. They work hard, and they really care about each other, which makes a difference.
It certainly does. Nice look down low. And the basket by Josh Jones off the bench, his first 2 of the game.
Good look by Adam Nobles to see his teammate right there underneath the basket for a layup.
There you go.
See Noble on defense here, trying to keep the penetration outside. He does that. Right now, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist for Adam Noble. Van Zandt looking for him. Those two playing the 2-man game. Van Zandt will go right to the goal. It's no good. Forte with the rebound. Daniels, wide open look, but it's from deep and he can't cash in. Simpkins. Andrews will try.
One of the keys to the game for Boca Ciega is really to control the backboards. As you see right there, they got 2 offensive boards right there in a row. Let's see if they can continue that all night.
You are right. Coach Schumann said that was an absolute key. They had to control the glass coming into this game to have a chance. Because this Wharton team this year, I think both of these coaches know Wharton's a little bit deeper than Boca Ciega.
A little bit deeper and a little bit more experience. So therefore, you can see that both teams really complement each other well as far as they know each other, they played against each other, so it's going to be an interesting battle tonight. Let's see if it goes down to the wire.
Well, we've already seen one game here in the Bright House shootout go down to the wire. Eastlake and Ridgewood. And we saw another game in this shootout as Gaither took on Palm Harbor, and Gaither won with a last-second shot. So all of these games, very tight basketball games. And this is a time of year when you got guys coming in from football and still getting their legs under them, and the teams are still kind of gelling.
Exactly. This is a time for all teams to really come together as a team and really work together and get some good practice time, but also good games in to really push for the end of the season.
So Wharton, 3-point lead now under a minute, first quarter. Gomez tries to shake and bake, but that time Orion Johnson had nothing of it. Where's it gonna go? They're gonna say Boca Ciega basketball.
Good hustle there. Very good hustle by Steve Andrews. Gomez takes the ball to the basket, a little out of control, gets it blocked. Good hustle by Andrews.
And it was Noble that time who couldn't save it. Scrambling around, Derek Holmes comes out of there with it, and Holmes goes coast to coast. Not a better feeling, Jesse, than coming off the bench like that and going end to end for a layup.
Exactly, gives you confidence.
And there he is again.
There he is with a steal, goes back, same result, and then in with a basket.
2 straight buckets for Derek Holmes, and it's a 7-point game. Wharton rolling right now. Daniels tries to go to the bench with a hoop. But that guy, Derek Holmes, will have the last say here in the first quarter. 14-7, Wharton leads. We're back at the Bright House Shootout right after this. These Wharton Wildcats have played outstanding basketball over the past few years in 05 and 06. Only 7 losses. Closest game this year, a 13-point difference with Armwood, and look at the average margin of victory.
That means they really get after it. Hard-nosed basketball, pressure defense. I know Coach Nelly is loving it right now.
He definitely is. The only coach in the history of Wharton High School. Three-pointer goes down for Lamoria Daniels. And that cuts this Wharton lead to 4.
Daniels got the friendly roll by the rim that time. Wharton brings the ball back out. Gomez sets it up for the Wharton Wildcats.
Now, Jesse, is this still a 1-3-1 here? It looks like they've switched.
Looks like they've gone to a boxing one, as a matter of fact.
And taking advantage is Anthony Gomez. He says, you're not going to come out and guard me? I'll just knock down the 3.
Exactly. That's how you're going to beat the box. 1-3-1. Someone steps up, knocks down a few outside shots.
And Gomez, after the 3-point shot, gets an easier look this time and cashes in with 2, and it's a 9-point lead for Wharton. Boy, they have looked sharp in this first half. Andrews traveled. That's 4th turnover of the game for Steve Andrews. This Wharton pressure catching up to him.
One thing the refs are really looking for this year, see if you put that ball down before you take a step.
Coach Tonelli said this game was going to be a dogfight going in. So far, his Wildcats winning that dogfight.
Looks like the Pirates came out of that box and won back into a man-to-man.
And Josh Jones down low off the pass from Derek Holmes draws the foul. So it's the guys off the bench playing well as well. With Derek Holmes, there it was Manuel making the feed and Jones drawing the foul.
Good high-low play there. Manuel, good pass, good catch, up strong with the basketball.
And checking into the game for Boca Ciega.
One only, we go one.
Is Julius Forte. It's a 10-point lead for the Wildcats. Boca Ciega slowing it down. They need a good possession here.
That's right. What they want to do is get a good shot at the basket.
They're going to get Van Zandt on the hold. That's the 14th foul. As we take a look at Coach Schumann. Three-pointer is good. Steve Andrews.
Steve Andrews came out with no hesitation, took the shot, and made the basket.
Wildcats come back. Anthony Manuel can't hit. And here comes Andrews again. He's got some real estate to work, but passes it up for Daniels.
Good solid rebound there by Anthony Manuel.
Noble, 10-footer, off the mark. The rebound by Daniels. Andrews looking for Simpkins, who attacked the rim. but couldn't throw it down, and it's a scramble on the floor. And who's got it? It's a jump ball, and the ball's going to go over to Wharton. So furious action here in the second quarter. And so far, this Boca Ciega team really revolving around their guards, Jesse. Simpkins, Andrews, and Daniels. You can really tell their identity really taking shape by the way these guards play. If these guys are hot, they can beat anybody. If they're having a rough night, then Boca Ciega is going to struggle, because inside, that's not where their strength lies.
Exactly. Coach Schumann made the statement earlier that as those three guys play, that's how the team goes. When they have a good night, the team is playing well. When they're having a bad night, the team struggles a little bit. So it's interesting to see how these guys play together tonight and how they start out.
They've had great experiences in the playoffs the last 2 years, as Boca Ciega lost to Clearwater 2 years ago, then Chamberlain last year. So they've been right there with some of the elite schools in this area. Anytime you can say you've bowed out to those teams deep into the playoffs, you're doing something right.
Exactly.
Well, this year it's this Wharton team who wants to become the new Chamberlain. The new Clearwater, the team that takes that extra step. And if Derek Holmes keeps playing like this, I like their chances, because depth-wise, I like the way Coach Tonelli has brought in these guys off the bench, and they're really contributing.
Exactly. They're a complete team. They have 7, 8, 9 guys that they can go to, not just the first 5 guys that can play, which gives them an advantage over most other teams.
Orion Johnson with the three-pointer, and the quarterback of the football team. He's trying to get going. Gomez has it swatted out of bounds, and let's see if they call the foul. That will be a foul, and he'll shoot too. Anthony Gomez will go to the stripe. There you get a look at Orion Johnson. Will be recruited to play football, but right now it's basketball season.
My understanding, he's a very good football player. Appears to be a very good basketball player as well.
16th year for Randy Schumann at Boca Ciega. Right now his team trails by 8. Johnson looking for somewhere to go with it, and he traveled. No, they're going to call a foul. Looked like he may have walked.
Took the ball to the baseline. Ball got knocked out of his hands. Ward got called for the reach-in.
Here's Daniels, gets it to Simpkins on the outside. And a powerful rebound inside, but Julius Forte so far cannot get a shot to go down there. Another three, off the mark. Straight to the hole, trying to cash in. Simpkins will be fouled. But Nehemiah Simpkins, he's got some ups.
Definitely, and the Pirates are really crashing the boards right now. They're really trying to get some momentum on the offensive end, so they're crashing the boards. All 5 guys are heading to the boards for the rebound. Simpkins knocks down the first free throw.
There you see the numbers on Simpkins. Impressive so far.
There's the second free throw. That could be the difference tonight in the free throw shooting. Comes down to which team can really knock down the free throws.
Nice cut, back door. And a good job just to get the shot off by Derek Holmes. He was so far under the basket. But the key is in situations like this, Jesse, even if you got no shot to make it, draw the foul.
Exactly. Shows some very good athleticism there. Cutting back door. His teammate found him. Was able to go up for the reverse layup. Got fouled.
Well, here is Holmes at the stripe. Just a junior.
Let it hit.
Boca Ciega is going to have numbers. Daniels will pull up. And they're going to get a foul. I believe it's going to be on, it'll be on Adam Noble. 17 foul. And Lamoya Daniels now will go to the line.
Pirates are now in the 1-and-1.
Jesse, what do you remember from your college days at USF about Tommy Tonelli when he was an assistant back at USF during that time?
As a coach, assistant coach, he was a very fiery coach, but very intelligent coach as well. He knew the game of basketball. He knew where his players' strengths were, and he knew their weaknesses. So he was a very intelligent coach.
He has definitely built this Wharton program up to where they are a power year in and year out. As Jones misses the layup on the other end, and Boca Ciega has a chance to cut this lead to 3. And a charge is going to be called. Nice job drawn at that time by Leonard Simmons. And Orion Johnson could not stop himself.
Takes the ball hard to the basket, a little out of control. In that situation there, sometimes you got to take the little jump step, go up for the little short jump shot.
Sometimes it's always better to pull up, right?
Sometimes it is.
Nice shot. Leonard Simmons showing the range. And a guy who usually does most of his work inside with his strength also can step outside.
That's right. If he shows that he can knock down that shot consistently, it's going to open up the inside for him.
Simpkins off the mark. And here's Anthony Gomez. Good ball handler is Anthony Gomez.
Pirates are back in their man-to-man defense. But they really want to try and get up and pressure the ball.
Simmons tries for a second straight, and Leonard Simmons is finding the touch.
Should really get him going. Again, it's going to open up for it to pump fake and take the ball to the basket next.
A third-year player on varsity who has worked so hard to get stronger throughout his Wharton career. Right now is red hot as Forte misses. And with a minute left, now Wharton has a chance to go into halftime with a double-digit lead.
Wharton is really playing together right now. Trying to play for this last shot.
Now this is the conventional 4 corners. We saw a different type of style of holding the ball in that Ridgewood Eastlake game.
Exactly. Wharton decides to bring their post player out. Until the guy guards him, he can hold the ball.
Under 20 seconds now, Noble's going to have a shot at it. Gets it off.
Good decision by Noble. He saw one of the Pirates coming in from the backside. Pass it to the open man for the easy layup.
And 8 points for Derek Holmes. It's Wharton right now clicking on all cylinders. An 11-point lead. And Holmes off the bench has been outstanding for the Wildcats.
Wildcats are getting production from all of their players right now that's been in the game.
Gomez trying to hit it at the buzzer. And he'll draw the foul. Couldn't get it to go, but he's going to go to the line with 1 second left and a chance to make this a 13-point game.
It's one thing the Pirates are really going to have to work on is stopping the penetration. Whenever you penetrate the ball to the basket, you create 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, so you definitely have to control that penetration.
Anthony Gomez has been so clutch in his Wharton career. Such a solid player as Andreas Shields checks in. And Leonard Simmons will go to the bench. And we got a foul on the floor. And we'll shoot free throws at the other end. Those are the types of fouls that if you're a coach, you can't stand because it happens at the other end. Players not in the act of shooting, and now you give Boca Ciega a chance to go to the locker room with points.
Exactly. Coaches really hate those shots right there, hate those fouls. They really prefer you just stay still and not touch a player than to create that foul.
Coach Tommy Tonelli will get one more chance to talk to his team. You know, we talked with Coach Tonelli before the game about his career and where basketball has taken him in life. And I asked him if the head coaching job at USF was something that he would ever be interested in. We'll tell you a lot more about that when we come back. Both of these teams head to the locker room with Wharton ahead by 12, 31-19 at the half of the Bright House Shootout. Wharton leads Boca Ciega by 12, 31-19. A great first half for the Wildcats in a game where they really came out and controlled from the outset. Both of these teams in the latest chapter of their rivalry have made it a tradition here to kind of get together during the Christmas season. And this is Wharton's way of saying Merry Christmas. Rough and tough inside. There you see Anthony Manuel following it up. And this guy, Adam Noble, Jesse, really played well.
Yes, he did. He had knocked down 2 deep threes and also found some of his teammates for easy layups. So therefore, he's really like the spark for the team.
Josh Jones also with the bucket, and off the bench, it was Derek Holmes going end to end. Holmes also had a nice first half. There's the next play. This has got to feel good if you're Holmes.
Exactly. Coming in off the bench, getting 2 quick baskets, and a steal, and also playing strong on the inside, so therefore he has to feel good right now.
Now Boca Ciega did respond. Orion Johnson there knocked down the 3, the quarterback of the football team, trying to get going. Then it was Leonard Simmons stepping out. That's not usually where he does most of his work, but he had a nice first half shooting the basketball from the outside.
Exactly.
Field goal percentage, Wharton 43%. On the high school level, that is very good, and for Boca Ciega, that 23% has to improve. Free throws, both teams could do better in that category. 3-pointers also, Boca Ciega's got to shoot better than 3 of 13.
Exactly. They like to shoot the 3. They really have to increase their percentage-wise. Field goal percentage and 3-point percentage right now are the keys of the game.
The 8 turnovers, another figure that's got to come down if you're Boca Ciega and you want to win this game. 31-19. It's Wharton over Boca Ciega when we come back. The second half of action from the Bright House Shootout on the Catch 47 Game of the Week. Drew Felios, Jesse Salters here at Clearwater High School, where Wharton leads Boca Ciega by 12 points, 31-19. And there you take a look at where the Pirates have journeyed off to in the past few years. There's the loss to Chamberlain, loss to Clearwater. Those are some close games, though, especially the one to Chamberlain.
Exactly, an overtime win.
It was Kylan Robinson was the difference in that one. Of course, the running back now at Miami, who came out of nowhere. Coach Doug Applin, Jesse, just keeps getting it done. I know we'll talk about that later in the season.
Definitely.
But when you look and you see Chamberlain still among the elite in Bay Area basketball, I know that's got to make you feel good.
Oh, yes, but that's just a tribute to Coach Applin and what he's achieved and the type of coach that he is to really get the most out of his players.
Boca Ciega is going to have to get the most out of their players if they want to have a chance here in the second half. Their guards could not really get into the flow in that first half. As Orion Johnson will take the first shot and bury it.
Orion Johnson looks like he's ready to come back in the second half to get in the flow. Let's see if he can continue.
Anthony Manuel will challenge and score it, and the bucket. He'll shoot free throws as well.
Nice drive with the left hand with the spin move. Gets the contact, strong enough to finish the play. Nice move.
Anthony Manuel, junior forward, very versatile. You see that footwork though, when you got guys who operate down in the post. To know how to use your legs and be able to spin like that, so important.
Exactly, at 6'4", he's really should be listed as a guard, but at 6'4", he plays on the perimeter as well on the inside, so he has that footwork that you need.
Johnson will hand it off to Andrews. And a three-point goal for Steve Andrews. The guards, 2 for 2 here in the second half, heating up. That's what Boca Ciega needs to have a chance.
That's exactly what they need. They depend on their guards to really do the bulk of the scoring, so they have to really step up.
Gomez challenges, but a nice job defensively. It was Johnson cutting him off, and coming away with it was Simpkins. As we take another look.
Gomez takes the ball, tries to draw the contact, didn't receive the call there. Going after the rebound, fouls Simpkins.
Gomez pressuring the ball up top. Johnson wants another shot. Couldn't find the rim on that one. Here comes Gomez. Noble. Number 3 on number 3. Noble scores over Nehemiah Simpkins, and it's 8 points for Adam Noble.
Adam did a good job there, keeping under control, shielding his body from the defensive player, able to take the ball up strong. Nice move.
Boca Ciega spreading the floor. You can see they want to create opportunities for their guards. But more good defense by the Wildcats. Leonard Simmons with the nice block, and he's able to gather the ball, and here's Wharton again. Van Zant's been very quiet tonight. Just as I say that, he misses a 3. Sean Van Zant, 0 for 3 so far tonight. That's the one thing that maybe has not gone the way Wharton has planned, but so far they really haven't needed him.
Exactly. Talking to Coach Tonelli at the beginning of the game, they're expecting Van Zant to probably be the school's first 1,000-point scorer, so although he's not knocking down threes or taking the ball to the basket and finishing with the layup.
Yeah, there he is.
Unlike that time, he just knocks down the layup there, takes the ball strong to the basket.
I think he heard us talking that time, because Van Zant scores. And it's a 14-point lead for the Wildcats. Boy, when your best player scores his first 2 points of the game and you're still up by 14, things are going pretty good.
Exactly. No, Coach Tonelli is very happy with his team right now. But knowing Coach Tonelli, he's going to stay on them. Make sure they finish the game strong. Stephen Andrews at the line. This is the first one. Let's see if he can knock down the second one.
Andrews right now the leading scorer. He's got 8 points. Derek Holmes checks into the game, having to seat Anthony Gomez. Second free throw also no good. Holmes looking inside to Simmons.
Nice feed inside.
Boy, there you see the strength. He doesn't give up on it. And his teammate there to bail him out. Derek Holmes tips it in. And what a game Derek Holmes is having. But let's see. It looked like for a while they were going to wave that one off, but they do count it.
They do count the basket. Wharton picking up the defensive pressure now. Really getting after it on the defensive end.
And it's an offensive foul. Sean Van Zandt that time drawing it.
Coaches love it when their best players step up and try and take charges. Van Zandt, see the backdoor cut, steps over, sacrifices his body for the team.
Van Zandt with the ball headed to Butler University in Indiana. Got a very bright future ahead, but unfinished business now at the high school ranks as the ball goes out of bounds. He's trying to hit Simmons. Yeah, Sean Van Zandt, surprisingly only 2 points tonight. That's a shocker, but his teammates are playing very, very well.
Teammates have definitely picked up the slack.
And Orion Johnson, his 8th point as he hits a three-pointer. 3-second call. They get Anthony Manuel baking cupcakes in the lane, and the ball goes over to Boca Ciega.
Anthony just stayed in the lane a little too long that time. Thought he was going to receive a pass from his teammate.
As Josh Jones comes into the game. And Simmons checks out.
Steve Andrews with the ball out top, setting up the offense.
Andrews hands it off to Simpkins. And Nehemiah Simpkins, along the baseline, trims it to a 13-point game. Boca Ciega has had their moments. They just can't seem to really string it together.
See glimpses.
Van Zandt trying to make something happen. Gets called for the travel. And he just shakes his head.
Tough call there. Trying to
like
make something happen. Slips, loses footing. Tried to pass it off, but got called for the travel.
Looked like he still kept his dribble, but the referee didn't think so. Simpkins, just short. Here comes Holmes. Nice look ahead to Manuel.
Nice feed. That's what you want to see. You have your guys with their heads up, finding an open man. Makes them want to run. They're going to receive passes like that.
Gomez works it around. Daniels hits a three.
Seems like things will start to try and heat up here. Both ends of the court.
It was Gomez drawing the foul. There you see Anthony Gomez to the hole.
He's taking the ball strong with the left hand. Uses his body, jumps into the player to draw the foul. Tries to come up with the finish. A little short.
One more.
One great thing I like about this gym at Clearwater High School, it gives us such a good angle here on this balcony. We feel like we're right down on top of the court. And this is one of the few, actually, gyms in our area where we get to do this, and really gives you a good view of the game.
Exactly. You get to see the whole action of the game.
There you go, Jesse. Simpkins' shot is no good. And Gomez comes away with it. Van Zandt, second field goal of the game. Sean Van Zandt went the entire first half without a field goal, but now starting to find the touch.
It's like Van Zandt decided to come out in the second half, be a little bit more aggressive.
Now under a minute, third quarter. Andrews tries to get it to his teammate. Boy, Anthony Manuel came out of nowhere, and a technical foul now going to be called on Coach Tommy Tonelli, and he has got to be careful. Coach Tonelli, I believe, after that last call, jumped out of his seat, and the referee saw him do that and immediately teed him up.
Good pass to find his teammate. Manuel comes up with the block. Coach Tonelli didn't like the call.
See if we can see. There you see in the far side, Coach Tonelli on the bench. You saw him jump out of his chair.
Coach Tonelli is definitely a fiery coach, very passionate for his team. Sometimes gets a little overzealous, but again, he dies for his team.
And Boca Ciega taking advantage with the free throws, cutting it to an 11-point game. And a chance here with Daniels now at the free throw line to bring this game to within single digits. Daniels, the leading scorer, now with 10 points.
Knocks down the first free throw. Bears the second.
And it is a 9-point game, and it's Boca Ciega basketball. So the free throws and now the possession, this could be a 6-point play for Boca Ciega. That is a game changer.
Definitely can be.
But the turnover will go back to Wharton. Throwing it away was Dontarius Mitchell.
Well, when they pressure man-to-man defense, caused that turnover.
Let's see if Wharton holds for the last shot. It'll be Gomez to the hole strong. Can't get it to go.
Wharton with the offensive rebound. And Zant with the ball at the top. Knowing the situation of the clock.
Under 20 seconds now. Let's see if Gomez takes it again. He was able to get to the rim but couldn't finish. Now he'll be trapped and Van Zant's gonna take it. Stolen and a chance here for points. Simpkins scores it, and that's how we end the third quarter. So it couldn't have ended much better for Boca Ciega. A 7-point game when they trailed by as many as 14. 45-38. Pirates still some uphill climbing to do, but not far away heading into the fourth quarter at the Bright House Shootout. Start of the fourth quarter here at the Bright House Shootout. Time now for our trivia question. We're going to play a little true-false now, so at least you got a 50% chance, Jesse, of getting this one right. Boca Ciega's got 2 state titles. No other Pinellas County school has more championships. True or false?
I'm going to say true.
I'm going to go false. We'll check the answer here in just a few minutes. A furious run by Boca Ciega to end that third quarter, and Nehemiah Simpkins trying to cut into that lead. Whistled for the foul, though, Dontarius Mitchell over the back, and it'll be Wharton basketball.
Good box out there by Leonard Simmons. Goes up strong and gets the rebound. Over the back was Mitchell.
It was a technical foul called on Coach Tommy Tonelli that kind of turned the tide there in that third quarter. 6 points in a sequence of a minute for Boca Ciega. Lob try that time just off. And here's Bogey. Simpkins 3 of 11 from the field so far. Let's see if he can get hot in the third quarter. This guy with the ball, Daniels, has been the top scorer for the Pirates. Andrews along the baseline. Can't get it to fall, but a nice rebound by Tim Anderson underneath.
Daniels has the ball on the wing. Takes the ball to the basket.
And they call the travel that time. It looked like it could have been a charge down there. That gets no called, and then the traveling gets called. And right now, that's what I think Randy Schumann's talking about down there.
Exactly. On that play, I think Adam Noble was just a little bit too far underneath the basket to receive that charge call. But nonetheless, Wharton's ball.
Every time a player hits the deck, too, this part of the game, you usually got to check the floor because there's some sweaty bodies down there.
Definitely. Guys are really putting forth a lot of effort, sweating a lot. Adam Noah has the ball.
Van Zandt can't hit it, and it's rebounded by Simpkins. Boca Ciega can cut this lead to 5. Daniels finds a crease and is going to draw the foul. Well, Boca Ciega starting to be more productive on offense, even if they're not scoring it, able to get to the line.
That's right, their guards, Daniels especially, taking the ball strong to the basket, getting to the free throw line. Let's see if Daniels can knock down these 2 free throws. Daniels buries the first one. Second one coming up.
Leading scorer for the Pirates, 12 points for Daniels, looking for his 13th. And it is a 5-point game.
Let's see if Wharton can respond. Boca Ciega seems to have some momentum right now. Let's see if the Wildcats have the answer.
Gomez has been quiet for a while. Trying to shake free, hits Van Zandt at the top of the key. Sean Van Zandt has not been very aggressive on offense as far as looking for a shot. Gomez to the hole, and it's grabbed out of there with authority by Mitchell. Gomez trying to turn it over, but it's going to stay with Boca Ciega. You gotta like the way, if you're Coach Randy Schumann, how Boca Ciega has been able to hang in this game, and especially on defense. Jesse, they've been much better in this second half.
Exactly. They're a little undersized as compared to the Wildcats, but their guys are fighting hard, taking the ball strong to the basket, playing good, solid defense. Now they start to hit some of the outside shots that they're taking.
Steve Andrews doesn't draw anything on that shot. Looked like it may have been deflected, and that's what he wanted when he looked at the official, but there's no call.
At this stage, Wharton really needs to try and get a good shot at the basket right now.
Noble's also been quiet lately.
Coach Nelly yelling out some instructions.
See so many screens from this Wharton team. Simpkins was on the line. So many screens, Jesse, not just for the player with the ball, but guys away from the ball. I think that's when you really can tell great teams, when they're screening for guys that are away from the ball.
Exactly. You don't necessarily have to screen the guy on with the ball. You really want to try and screen guys away from the ball. That way they can get cuts to the basket, get wide open jump shots. So therefore, that's the object. You want to really try and get your teammate open.
All right, Jesse, let's see if your basketball history knowledge is as good as your game knowledge. Boca Ciega's got 2 state titles. No other Pinellas County public school has more championships. Is that true or false? You say true, I say false. The answer is
true. There you go.
Wow.
Dix, Hollins, Gibbs, Lakewood also have 2 titles, but no other public school has more than 3.
Wow. Wow. Well, you're one up on me this year. It's 1-0. Still got a lot of trivia questions to go, though.
Yes, we do.
Van Zandt, wide open, down low, rejected. It was Tim Anderson making a nice play down there. Senior on senior, Anderson. A role player on this Pirates team, has been a big factor down low, giving Boca Ciega some size. Van Zandt, though, will fire the 3, and it's off the mark.
The difference was 6'1" going up against 6'5".
Turnover. Van Zandt attacking the rim, and he'll be fouled. It was Nehemiah Simpkins getting back, and all he could do was try and prevent Van Zandt from scoring it, and did just that. So a good foul.
Very good foul. Van Zandt missed the first one, so definitely Boca Ciega really, that was a good foul. Make sure they'll come away with 1 point.
6-point game. The guard trio of Simpkins, Andrews, and Daniels has made it happen here in the second half. But that time, Tim Anderson couldn't get it to go. And here's Van Zandt to Noble for three.
Adam Noble, it seems like that's his spot. 2 steps behind the three-point line.
11 points. Andrews tries to respond. Andrews has been off as of late. And Adam Noble, the kid with a 4.5 GPA, offensively has hit buckets at critical times in this game.
Adam Noble, coach on the floor with Wildcats.
Derek Holmes trying to create some room as Wharton now will try and take some of the air out of the basketball.
At this time, I think Wharton really want to try and spread the ball out, get a good shot.
Nice job of being patient. Gomez, though, wants to wait no longer. Nearly got it to go. And unable to come up with it was Derek Holmes, who stepped out of bounds. Boy, Gomez is so aggressive going to the hole, but he's had a kind of a hard time finishing tonight.
Exactly. As soon as he gets to the basket, he's trying to adjust his shot because Pirates are starting to step up, trying to take charges, causing him to come up a little short on the basket.
Daniels hits a three-pointer, so Boca Ciega hanging in this game because of their three-point shooting. And 16 points for Daniels.
Kick ball by the Pirates. Wharton's basketball.
When you can shoot that three-point shot, makes up for a lot of other indeficiencies your team may have.
Exactly. You have guys that can fill it up from the outside. You don't necessarily need someone on that inside.
Gomez tried to get it that time to Noble, and it's tipped out of bounds. So 2:42 left to go. Boca Ciega needs a stop here, because Wharton very secure with the basketball. You're only going to get so many opportunities here if you're Boca Ciega. Right now, you need that ball. Van Zandt gets it out, and it's Holmes now resetting. Adam Noble taking more air out of it. Boca Ciega is going to have to foul here, but Tomatinelli wants a timeout. And there you see Coach Tinelli shouting some instruction to his players. And Wharton, one of the top teams in Hillsborough County. One of the teams to reckon with as you look at the Big Five so far, with Chamberlain on top. Plant, a disappointing year in 2005 and 06. Plant is making some noise so far. Sickles with Ronaldo Garcia also there, and Tampa Prep and Wharton, teams to be reckoned with as well.
Good to see my alma mater up there at the top again. Coach Applin really has his team playing well. Looking forward to a good season from them. Gomez with the basketball up top. Looks like Boca comes out with a pressure man-to-man. Trying to trap at the corners.
Boca Ciega is going to have to foul here shortly as we come up on a minute and a half. Holmes scores it, and that ball was tipped by Lamoria Daniels, and still Derek Holmes able to get it in.
Daniels is having just a really good night, both ends of the court.
Simpkins looking for that three-point shot, and they'll take it with Daniels, but he can't get it to go. And they're going to get a push on Leonard Simmons near the baseline.
Good hustle there by Tim Anderson going after that loose ball. Now he has a chance to decrease the lead. The clock being still, so therefore
ball batted around down there. It will be Boca Ciega basketball. We want to thank everybody here at Clearwater High School, especially Coach Jack Coit, for making our crew feel so comfortable here and being such gracious hosts for this Bright House Shootout. The sponsors, Capona's, Hooters, Carrabba's, and Yaya's Chicken. A great year here at the Bright House Shootout, and a very special thanks from all of us at Catch 47. Gomez hands it off underneath, and Leonard Simmons could not get it to fall. So an 8-point game here, under a minute.
Gomez takes the ball deep. Anderson just comes up with a nice block.
Boca Ciega needs a three-pointer. Who's going to shoot it? Not the guy they wanted, but Johnson will try again. And it's off the mark. And for Wharton right now, all they got to do is basically hang on to it and hit their free throws. But Gomez turns it over, and Johnson's going to get an easy layup. Maybe not. Simpkins tips it in. And Simpkins makes it a 6-point game with 20 seconds to go. So Wharton controlled the entire first half. Boca Ciega playing their best basketball in the third quarter. And I think in this game, watching these teams, Wharton clearly has had the better night top to bottom. But for Boca Ciega, you can see a team, Jesse, that I think has a lot of room to grow. They've got some athletes and some talent on that side.
They definitely do. Of course, their three guards make the team go, but they do have some talent coming off the bench. Some of the other players really got some athletic ability, so therefore they do have some talent and they do have a lot of room to grow. They can get some production from some of the other players. They should really have a good season this year. Game's still not over. Two-possession game.
Well, anything can happen, especially in basketball. There's Adam Noble, trapped now by 3 Pirates and swinging those elbows. Boy, you saw that time. JT Fee, number 13 from Boca Ciega, just kind of go down like that. You've taken a few of those elbows in the past, haven't you?
Definitely, definitely. Those are the ones that hurt. But you're not feeling anything right now. The adrenaline is flowing. You're trying to get your team back into the game. So therefore, he doesn't feel it right now.
There you saw the leading scores for Wharton. It's Derek Holmes off the bench leading the way with 12. So when your leading scorer has only 12 points, that just shows an example there of why Tommy Tonelli's team is so balanced, because his superstar, Sean Van Zandt, the guy a lot of people are talking about, the Butler recruit, only 2 field goals that I can remember here in this entire game. 5 total points and 3 rebounds with 2 assists.
That's one thing Coach Tonelli really talked about and stressed, that his team is very balanced. They're not looking at all of their stats. They're just really focused on team victory. So when the team wins, everyone is happy.
There is Sean Van Zandt. Great kid, number 2.
Also, the team is also taking on Coach Tonelli's persona. When you're doing the right things, good things do happen. So therefore, Coach Tonelli believes in doing things the right way, working hard, and success has come.
Meanwhile, for Boca Ciega, Coach Schumann will have to turn the page now. This program has produced some good players in the past, guys like David Ross, who played at South Carolina, class of '97. Dane Brown in 1993, an all-state player. Mike Harvey went and played at Florida Atlantic. So Coach Schumann has had some talent in his 16 years. Also won a state championship back in 1994. Right now, though, in Hillsborough County, it's amazing, though, with Chamberlain still the cream of the crop and Plant also making a run. Can this Wharton team take the next step? And we asked Coach Tonelli before the game that, you know, you're in New Tampa, that's a developing area. How do you get kids, the right kids? And he's like, all you can do is just coach the kids that you get. You know, you can't go out and recruit or anything like that. So that's what's made Coach Tonelli such a great coach, in that, you know, New Tampa isn't exactly the basketball factory of this Bay Area, you know?
Exactly. Coach Tonelli is very good at knowing the talent and assessing the talent that he has and adjusting his system around that talent. A lot of coaches make the players adjust to their systems, but Coach Tonelli has a knack of really adjusting to the team that he has.
And they did another great job of it tonight. 53-45, Coach Tonelli and Wharton will move on here at the Bright House Shootout. Another outstanding game for them as Wharton moves to 8-1. Boca Ciega falls to 6-3. 53-45, your final. For all of our Catch 47 crew and my partner Jesse Salters, I'm Drew Felios. Thanks for joining us on the Catch 47 Game of the Week. We'll see you next time.